Hey guys, welcome to Acne Chef, and today we'll be making some kale chips. Alright guys, so for this recipe you're going to need some kale, some Himalayan pink sea salt. You can also use gray salt or any Mediterranean salt, preferably one that is in its most natural state. You're also going to need some olive oil, organic preferably. You don't really want to get the non-organic one, preferably to get organic. We're going to focus on quality oils here, or any kind of Mediterranean oil that is sourced from ethically sourced olives. For the seasonings, these are optional, but I would highly recommend you put some nutritional yeast because this does have some protein in it. It's plant-based protein through dried yeast, and there's a lot of B vitamins here as well. I think there's about 5 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. So it's a nice little way to add a little extra protein into your diet, and it is, I believe it is plant-based as well, and it gives a little cheesy flavor to the kale chips. And this one's optional as well. You can add some cayenne pepper or some cumin just for a little extra seasoning or some extra bite. Alright guys, so we're just going to start with some kale. I know you guys can't see my face in this footage, but I really want you to get a nice close-up of the ingredients we're working here. So here I have some organic kale. I bought this at the store. Now for a bundle it was about $3, so it wasn't too expensive. You know, you do get 8 leaves here, and I did the math, it's about 40 cents a leaf, so it is a little pricey for organic kale, but really in the long run, sometimes organic kale and conventional kale are at the same price. So really you're paying the same amount of dollar for a higher quality substance that doesn't use any pesticides or herbicides, which is better for your health. Eliminating or reducing any kind of chemicals from your diet is a surefire way to increase your health and just feeling better in general. And it's also good for the ecosystem, supporting regenerative agriculture and supporting the soil. So I highly recommend you get an organic bundle of leaves of kale. It'll be about $2.50 to $3. Sometimes you can get 2 for $5. So once you get your kale all opened up and you're going to have a bunch of leaves here, you're just going to take the leaves of the kale and you're simply going to rip it. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just rip it into bite-sized pieces. Now this isn't about being perfect, this is just about getting some good quality pieces of kale chips that you're going to be using to marinate and then cook in the oven. So once you've chopped up all your kale into small pieces, they should be about this big. Again, pick a size that's edible. You don't want them too big, but you also don't want them too small. You just want to kind of like a medium-sized, bite-sized pieces, things, little pieces of kale that you're going to eat personally and that you're going to enjoy. So this is all about you, and it's for your own personal preference, but in case of this video, if anyone wants a standard guideline, I would highly recommend just making medium-sized pieces of kale. So now once you have all of your kale chopped up, I would highly recommend you use some high-quality organic olive oil. Again, organic olive oil is going to ensure you're getting high-quality nutrition into your diet and making sure you're getting olive oil from a place that's sustainably and ethically sourced as well. So it's not only good for your health, it's also good for the well-being of our people and the planet as well. So highly recommend use highly organic olive oil. And I'm just going to kind of lace it with oil. Because there is a lot of kale in here and I really want it well marinated. I don't know. It's quite a, if you guys are afraid of oil, then maybe skip this recipe. But I'm really going to make sure I'm going to mix it well. And actually I'm going to mix it. As I mix it, I'm going to put it right onto the baking sheet as well here. So I think there's going to be a lot of more room here for me to mix it because that bowl isn't big enough. But you can see how much kale we have, right? It's absolutely fantastic. So once you spread the olive oil around with your hands, you can just put it on the baking sheet and just mix it up, mix it around, make sure all of the kale is nicely coated. We want to use this oil to get a little bit of a crispiness to the kale chips. So this is what's going to give it that crispy flavor. Again, I'm not a pro here, but I love to cook and I'm just sharing you what I love. And this is one of the things I really love to share is healthy recipes with you guys, particularly when it comes to taking care of your health, particularly when it comes to clearing up your skin, because real whole food recipes help you clear up your skin from the inside out. And if any of you dispute that, I'm happy to have a debate or an argument with you in that regard. So now I'm going to use some Himalayan pink sea salt. I'm just going to take a handful and I'm just going to kind of drizzle it on here like this, see? Kind of like that salt guy from the, what's that? You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to drizzle some salt, and I'm just using some fine Himalayan pink salt. Okay. Then you can take some nutritional yeast. I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. And I'm just going to put a generous amount on here, just on top. Okay, so essentially what I did, I went to the store and I got some dill. So all you have to do is to chop dill, is just to cut some with scissors. You can just cut a big handful, and I just chop it very finely on the cutting board and make myself a really fine dill. Just little small pieces of dill, I guess. It's just kind of like a seasoning. Just chop it very finely, and all I'm going to do is take that dill and I'm going to start to spread it around evenly on top. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, and this is going to be my flavoring. So essentially you can use any kind of seasonings you want to season your kale. Like I said, with the base, anything is possible. I'm adding dill. You can also add cayenne pepper, you can add cumin, you can add any herbs or spices that you want. Get creative with this recipe. Remember, the nutritional yeast is going to add like a cheesy flavor to these, so you're going to kind of get that little cheese going on in there. And the salt is also for flavoring. So really add any herbs and spices you want. It's going to be essential with vitamins and minerals for you. And spices in general are really good and very therapeutic for your health and well-being, so incorporate them as much as you can in your cooking. So after you finish seasoning your kale, we're going to put it in the oven, okay? So after about 15 minutes in the oven, I had the kale chips running on 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and after about 15 minutes, now to be honest guys, this is the first time I've been making this recipe, and I'm really happy how it turned out. Now, these turned out really, really nice and crispy. You can kind of see that through the video here. And taste-wise, they're really great. They kind of just melt in your mouth, and absolutely fantastic. They've been salted really nicely. It tastes really good. So that's the recipe, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video today. Make sure to like and share with your friends. And let me know what kind of other recipes you'd like to hear from me. I'm trying to make these recipes nice and simple for you guys, something really easy that anybody could really make. I know I'm going to be enjoying these kale chips 100%. I'm probably going to share with my mom and my dad, see if they like it, and I'm definitely going to throw this on my meal right now, and I'm going to have it for lunch. So with that being said, keep eating your greens, guys. Keep increasing that high nutrient content. Don't forget to eat fresh, local, organic, and wholesome foods. Those 4 qualities of a wholesome diet is going to help clear your skin, and it's going to help you just be an overall healthier and better looking and feeling person. So if you enjoyed this video, share with your friends, and I'll see you on the other side.